God, that felt good.
Anyone with paper?
No.
Oh.
Hey, if I fall off this stage, you guys have to cheer. Thank you.
Win.
Hang on, we're getting set up. I'm getting set up. Don't rush me. Actually,
rush.
we are in a time crunch.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello.
Okay, hello everybody. Hello. I am Marisha Ray. I will be your dungeon master for the next 2 hours-ish.
Yeah!
And why don't we go ahead and introduce our players?
Hi, yes, I am Deborah Ann Woll, and I am playing Twiggy, and I am a gnome arcane trickster. I know lots of tricks, and I just want to make you smile. That's all.
That's the cutest.
Oh. Hi, I'm Krystina Arielle, and that's new. So I'm going to be playing Ariza, and she is an Aasimar cleric bard. So let's bard it up, guys.
My name is Matthew Lillard. I am playing Gark, who last night was left on Avernus. He is a tiefling wizard, and he's pretty useless.
I am Satine Phoenix, and today I'm playing Vladia
Yay!
Umvara, long name. I am a bard wizard and the band manager of The Sirens.
My name's Pat Rothfuss, and I'll be playing Tim Minchin. I'll be playing Viari, rogue, among other things.
I am Kate Welch. And I'm going to be playing Rosie Beestinger, a halfling shadow monk who is a grandmother to many. She's not your grandma's grandma, but in those rare cases, she may be your grandma's grandma. All right, here we go.
Real quickly, Greg, Satine and I are locked out of our iPads. We need the code.
Yes!
I could have saved that to a more dramatic moment, but
Bring in the code!
I win.
Call the lockmaster! Here he comes.
Nice.
Give a pencil, right?
Write it down.
5, 3, 6.
Greg Tito, ladies and gentlemen. Greg Tito.
Tito! Whoa.
That was all for Greg.
The heavens opened up.
No.
All right. Gark,
Yes.
were you asleep? Sleepwalking? Just walking? What was your last memory? Something? There's a werebore involved? Unicorns? You blink your eyes into focus. And your eyes are greeted with visions of a horrifying reality.
Again.
A hellish landscape that's a monochromatic blur of unsettling imagery. Burning dunes backlit by a ruby sky painted with ash and fallout. Tornadoes made from burning columns of fire spot the distance. A far-off meteor cuts through clouds of noxious gas. And it's almost beautiful as it plummets. Hundreds, thousands of meters away? It's hard to say. You suddenly notice there's no sound accompanying this scene. Wait. There's one sound. The sound of you breathing. Your heart pounding in your ears. Gusts of wind rush by your head, so hot you would swear you were passing by a burning building. Sand and dust pelt your armor. Still, only your heart. You turn around, desperately glancing in all directions, and the mess of red and burnt, sooted land seems to stretch forever, until your sight drops off into endless darkness that almost seems to be in alliance with the palpable silence. Gark, you are surrounded by no one.
I take a moment. I realize as a tiefling, I've come back to the place that someplace in my past I was created. And I realize that whatever part of me that once belonged here is now dead, and I want nothing more than to get out.
You look around with this burning goal in the back of your head. You have to get out of here. Details are hard to make out, and you're not sure what percentage of that is because of the heat distortion or your own disorientation. When you look across the horizon, it's an unsettling illusion where you're not sure what's large and far off in the distance or potentially within a few short meters. What surely must be incredibly far in the distance is a dark spherical hole in the sky, like a dark star, and blotting out the full view of the indefatigable circle is the remnants of a city anchored to the horizon with what must be the largest chains you have ever seen in your life. Underneath, you see something flying. Is it a dragon? It's almost mechanical in nature. It's got a weird staccato movement to it. It's hard to say. But as you turn to your left, one of the things that you're sure must be close is a boat. A small canoe. In the distance, you see a river that seems to run nearby. And this boat, almost like a smuggler's boat, is half buried in the sand, kind of emerging from the sand dune.
I'll make my way to the boat.
Okay. We'll walk over, and it's hard to get purchase. There's sand and grit that kind of crumbles from under your feet. You kind of trip as you make your way over there. You are now at the boat.
I'll cast mage armor on my way across in case something comes up.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Oh, this is my specialty. Yeah. I rolled a 2, and I'm going to take that at 1. Just want you to know, it's been so long since I've been in the desert. My eyes have been blinded by sand.
It's pretty...
Terrified. The heat is really...
It's hard to see what's going on. You go up and you see that there's a blanket kind of covered, kind of at the tip of it, and you rip it back, and you see the corpse of this spiny, barbed, scaly-looking creature that's a little dehydrated, covered in scraps of armor. And underneath of this body, kind of huddled underneath one of the seats, asleep and hiding, you see a tiny gnome-like creature.
I attack. Roll initiative! No, I don't.
18! Great!
I immediately go to my knee. I go to my knee. And I'll say, present yourself, goblin.
I sort of blink my eyes and open up and goes, oh, I was having the nicest dream. Who are you?
I am baffled at what I've discovered. I'll say it, my name is Gark. I'm the great-great-great-great-great-grandson of Asmodeus, or Asmodeus, as some people like to say.
The correct ones.
All right. What is your name?
Well, my name is Twiggy, and this guy is keeping me warm, and this is Trixie. And as I open up my little jacket, I have a small squirrel that lives in the pocket of my coat, and the squirrel does not speak, but you see my mouth move as I say, well, hi there.
I attack. What are you doing huddling under a corpse? Stand, are you all right? Can you stand?
I stand up, and I'm quite short, and as you look at me, you can't quite tell. I could be like 6 years old or 60. It's hard to tell. When I smile, I've got all these lines, but it might just be out of excitement. So I kind of hug myself a little bit, and I stand up, and I say, I have no idea how I got here, but I'm so happy to have a friend.
God forsaken me. Why have you done this? Well, come, little creature, let us find more people, for we will never escape this hell without help.
Sounds great. Lead the way, sir.
We'll keep making, so she's in the canoe, is that what I saw?
Yeah, she was
All right.
kind of taking shelter.
Does
in
it
this
look seaworthy?
It does not. It's got a big hole. It looks like you can see this river in the background, and it's not far from there. It seems like over time, the wind and the dust has slowly pushed this canoe inward. Probably a good 20 yards inland from the banks of the river.
As I throw the corpse of this spiny creature off of me, I'd like to just like take a look at it and see.
Sure, roll an investigation check.
Yay. Whoa, high math. That is going to be a 26.
Beautiful. You feel like you remember hearing about these things. It looks like a barbed devil corpse. You look it over, and the armor almost seems like it was part of a uniform in some way. And as you push the corpse over to the side, you see a 8 branded into the side of his forearm.
Oh, of his
of
body.
his arm, of his body. There also is like kind of chain iconography kind of stamped in the leather on the armor as well, and you see the 8 showing up a few more times.
Is the armor salvageable? I have mending.
Sure.
Okay,
Wow.
so as I undress him,
Okay.
I start to walk off.
I undress him, and then I take out 2 stones, and I start to clink them together like this, and I sing a little ditty while I do it. And as I do it, little sparks fly off the bottom of the stones across the little cracks in the armor, and they come back together. So it's like almost like full again. And then I just put it on, and I check out who I am.
It's a little bit big and clunky over top of her. It drags almost.
Okay. Yeah,
You can
good.
see on the inside.
You're quite handy, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. I do all kinds of things.
I can just imagine.
You can see on the inside there's a stamp that says property of Kovic.
Kovic?
Kovic.
Kovic.
Okay.
And then as you're rummaging through, ting, 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 ting. It's sand, but you get the idea. An axe falls out.
Hey!
Nice.
I don't know that I can use this.
Tiny little hand axe, nothing crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I can't use this. You want it?
I don't, but let's keep it, because
Is it simple or martial?
Simple.
It's simple.
Marshall.
It's simple.
Who knows D&D in this building?
Okay, I can use it if it's simple.
looking around, any tracks or anything that's led to or fro?
No, nothing. And
I'll
it's
say-
so windy.
It's-
You
go-
look
yeah,
behind,
sure.
and even your tracks are gone,
Gone.
as quickly as you make them.
I'll say, what's the last thing you remember before you woke up? Okay, cool.
Sorry, I'm looking at
Me
my
too.
toy.
No, yeah, no, I
I
understand.
still think you should have this
I'll keep it.
because I'm not very strong,
That's
and I don't think I can use my nimbleness.
okay. I'm happy.
wield
I'll happily carry
So
it.
I pass it over.
Lovely, thank
I
you.
say, I don't really remember much of anything before I woke up. There was a boat, maybe, and some friends, and a dragon.
A dragon?
Yes, but I killed it.
My entire impression of her has now changed. And I say, good, let's walk this way. And I'll start heading towards the water.
Okay. As you're walking, you see almost appear suddenly in front of you. Is it a mirage? Is it an illusion? Is it real? Two figures suddenly apparate in front of you. One of them in a beautiful, long, white, flowing gown, and the other, fantastic, fabulous dress. Arisha and Vanya.
So I'll cast thaumaturgy, and I'll say, present yourself, what is your name?
And
The
while
two
he
of
does
you.
that, I run forward and go, hi!
Oh my God. Little one, get behind me!
Very slow turn.
They're so pretty.
Hair flip. Eyelashes glistening in the wind. What?
Present your name, who are thee?
Arisha and Vanya, it's like you don't remember being teleported. You don't remember making a choice to come to this wretched hellscape. It's like you were just suddenly here. And you turn around to see a tiefling and a gnome who seems very happy to see you both running towards you.
Darling, did we drink too much?
First of all, it's too loud, so I think we did. Because my head is killing me, and that one needs to calm down. It's a lot.
It's really warm in here. Actually, it feels kind of nice, like a spa.
Like a hot, oh, you remember that hot spring
That
spa?
was very good.
What is your name?
And I cast Thermatology. And first of all, you need to lower your voice, because I don't know who you think you're talking to.
Sorry, my bad. And I'll make
Turn the volume down.
disengage. I'll come up. What is your... God, you good den, good gentles. What is your name?
I'm Vanya. This is Ariza.
Ariza, your pleasure to meet me.
Twiggy!
She has a voice on her.
You ever
I
think
do a
about
little
joining a band?
Ooh, I'd love to sing.
Oh, good. We both sing. We
You
should do
do?
a lot of that together.
Oh my gosh. We could do the alphabet.
I consider my options. Last night I was Mad Maggie's wretched whore. I kind of want to go back.
Wait.
All right, so do you have the ability to protect yourselves in this hellish landscape?
We don't even know where we are.
You are in hell, my love.
Well,
Again?
Do you guys have armor on you? I'll take a perception check. Do we have armor or any kind of weapons, or what are we looking
We
at?
have all our stuff.
It seems like you have all of your stuff, but for some whatever reason, you are here fully equipped, which seems unlikely, but you're not going to look a gift horse in the mouth.
I have light and medium armor, you know,
Okay.
stylish armor. whatever.
Underneath your flowing robes.
My flowing robes are stylish armor.
That's awesome.
It's called a cloak of many fashions. Look it up.
Who has the highest passive perception? Looks to
Not going to be me.
Yeah, no, Twiggy's like playing with something in the air that no one else can see.
I have 17.
17. Ariza, you look off and you see kind of over the dune, there's this kind of embankment in a sand dune. 2 more figures that you know they were not there, and you were looking in that direction, and now there they are.
Is hell just like a party? Like everybody just shows up? What is this?
They're a bit far off, maybe 100 meters, so it'll take a little bit of time to head that way. Rosie and Viari.
We'll head that way.
Eyes. And you're just looking at each other. Like someone placed you there.
Did Omen do this?
Were we drinking? I mean, I was drinking, but were you there?
I was not there, but I was drinking separately.
Maybe we started drinking separately again and we ended up drinking.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
possible. Yeah. Oh, and I was eating those mushrooms.
Oh.
It's a blur.
It's a blur.
This kind of sucks, though.
Thaumaturgy. Who are you? Present your names.
Why do you keep yelling?
The wind.
It is a matter of we need to present.
Surprisingly, you hear this booming voice come across the wind and kind of cut through, and it's somehow more abrasive than the sand that's hitting your face.
I will use thaumaturgy back.
The greatest cantrip ever.
Yell back, what's up? This is Rosie, and like she's super old, so it's almost like she doesn't know how to use a phone, you know? It's like, this is Rosie Beestinger, and I have Viari with me, last name unknown. We are from Acquisitions Incorporated, over.
We're occasionally affiliated, but not exclusively contracted to Acquisitions Incorporated, just to make it very clear.
Also,
right off
I
the
am
bat.
middle management. He is a sub intern.
Really not relevant, but
Highly relevant.
Follow me! I'll turn and go that way.
Where are you? Oh! They seem nice.
they do seem nice. Looks like they came from a party too. Maybe we were all at the same party?
Are they playing us out?
I don't know. The landscape suddenly darkens as an ash cloud hovers over by and blots out. There wasn't a sun. What is happening? It's just so dark all of a sudden.
Viari, we have to get to them. I can't see a thing.
The winds pick up and
We're over here!
Over here! You gotta go!
Come here.
Over here! I'll cast dancing lights.
You see just almost like a lighthouse flickering far across the ocean, being cut in and out, just flashing lights.
I cling to the back of your cloak. I'm like, get me there. Get me.
The winds are picking up a storm. It's still. But you know what? Just like Florida, weather changes so quickly in the 9 hells.
I have heard that hell is remarkably like Florida.
You know, it might be raining on one side of the River Styx, but not on the other. So unpredictable. Eventually, in time, you all kind of walking at the same distance, kind of intersect and all connect together.
Well, you good then. My name is Gark. These are people we have all been found in this general vicinity in the last 10 minutes.
Apparently, he summoned us to save him.
I definitely need to be saved.
Well, I mean, we do a lot of saving at Acquisitions Incorporated, so I'm sure we can help. Always be branding. How can we help?
We also feel the same way at the Sirens.
How delightful.
You're fantastic.
Aren't you looking wonderful?
You look really good for your age.
Thank you. I'm 120 years old, but I did lose 10 years to a freak accident.
I'm gonna gonna head towards the river Styx.
I'm gonna follow him, and actually, I kind of want to I don't want to touch it per se, but I just kind of want to hold my hand over the top of it, see if I sense anything.
Kind of. Let's see. Let's roll.
I will say this.
Yeah.
The last time I was hit with water in hell,
Yes.
I lost all my memory.
Well, I don't have much memory anyways.
Oh, go swimming.
Yeah, roll. Yeah, just a general intelligence check.
Okay. 10.
You're gonna take Gark's word.
Okay.
As you hover it over and you can feel, you're not sure if it's steam or if it's heat or cold. You have to pull back very quickly though, because occasionally a bubble will emit and it kind of splatters all over the place. And you look down deep and it feels almost like collective soul memory is swirling deep underneath this greenish, blackish, muckish, thick ichor that lines the top, almost like an oil slick.
Ugh.
And taking it from Gark's word, you're assuming you don't want to touch this.
So,
Is this your first time in hell?
Actually, yeah.
You guys, you don't look like denizens. No offense. None of you look like you're from hell. What's going on?
Why would I take offense at that?
That's just in case you are from hell. What?
I don't know.
Why are you here?
I don't think any of us know why we're here, but
No.
nice to meet you.
Wow. This is about to get interesting. It's hell for someone, but it's not for me.
I think you're speaking my language. Oriza, nice to meet you.
I'm Rosie Beestinger. And you,
Hi.
Rosie approaches you because you're the correct size. It's like, thank goodness there's another person here with some vertical sense. But
Great to meet you. I'm Trixie. We should hang out sometime. Just a little squirrel head kind of just.
oh, okay. And she walks away.
Rosie, as you kind of walk
It keeps happening.
in the opposite direction just to try and save what sanity you feel like you might have left, you kind of start cresting over this ridge, this embankment on the river, and you get a little bit higher of a vantage point. And you realize you're on the edge, just over this hill, of a massive valley. You glance down and you see a sinking vista, slowly being consumed by black, viscous bile and time. Ruins of war-torn cities deteriorate amongst various machines. Machines covered in scrapped metal, jagged shards of plating and iron haphazardly wielded together create these intimidating constructs designed for what you could assume is high-speed combat.
Wow. I'm making a lot of assumptions here. But
Yes.
It's awesome.
We got 2 hours. And there are dozens of these machines that litter the landscape.
Do any of them look like they are intact?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. Oh, a 21.
Ooh. Yeah, a lot of them look pretty derelict and falling apart, and some are half submerged. But you see one that feels like it's stalled out kind of on this rocky ridge, and it hasn't been taken over by the landscape. It looks like maybe the back wheel is a little bit stuck and submerged, but looking across, you feel like that's probably your best bet.
Okay.
The gnome may be able to help us there.
She has a name, sir.
Hello! Twiggy!
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Well, I think, Rosie, as I crest this embankment, I'm digging my staff into the sand, trying to climb it to get away from you weirdos. And I see this machine, and at the very least, it looks like it could be decent cover, because in the distance, I also see what looks to be one of these tornadoes that we saw, and I am super afraid it's heading in our direction. So I see this machine. I'm like, at least we could get out of the sand blowing in our eyes. And I turn and I motion to all of you. I don't know if you can hear me from here, and I already blew my thaumaturgy on my weird phone call, but I'm doing this big gesture with my tiny little hands.
I do it back.
Yeah, we all.
Come.
Yoke. I think it was cool.
Twiggy.
And I show you, when you guys arrive, I point to the machine that I've seen, and I say, we can take shelter in there. And I think that we can probably figure out what we need to do to get the F out of here again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I do. I will kind of scramble up near it and try to take a look at it and see if it's...
I'll say, whoa. There, usually people own things, and sometimes they're by them. And in hell, sometimes they're not people. So, I love your initiative. Just want me to take a peek inside there real quick?
Sure, we can tell him a joke.
We will do. I like you. We're gonna tell him a joke.
It's
Okay.
pretty, it's a little bit a ways. You guys are kind of standing on this ridge, and you have a decent amount, maybe 250 feet or so of valley with these ruins and other war machines, as well as these black pools of vile, kind of in between you and this functioning looking war machine.
As soon as she started to scramble, I was just gonna be on her team, because if anyone here is gonna need me to pull them out of a pit of tar acid, I'm guessing I picked my person. So
Don't be so sure.
I'm not sure, but so I'll be like, yeah, let's go, and we can tell them a joke, and so we'll go along together, and make a beeline that one, big one, it's kind of blocky.
Yeah, the one she showed.
Yeah,
She showed
okay.
us.
Are you guys gonna try and move at full speed through this?
I am.
I will match her speed.
Okay.
25.
It's pretty rough, and there's a lot of hazards.
Okay.
So I would say let's roll an acrobatics check to see how nimble on your feet you are.
That was low. I have good acrobatics, but I'm not feeling myself today, so I rolled a 9.
Okay.
So thick.
Okay. You quickly, you kind of stumble down this hill, and you slip a little bit, and the edge of your right foot kind of dips a little bit into this black ichory ooze. It's on your boot. I think you're okay, but you realize just how dangerous and unsettled the ground is underneath of you. Any rock or what looks could be solid ground can fall out from under you at any moment.
Does it damage my boot at all?
Let's see.
Can I say I was specifically there in anticipation of this, and I rolled a 32?
Oh!
It was a dirty 32.
Yes.
No, I have a special 32-sided die that I roll when no one's watching.
Yes, you were, as you previously stated. So as you see Twiggy's foot slip a little bit, yep,
There
you
we
get
go.
just the edge of her collar. And you look down, Twiggy, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything to the edge of your boot. You kind of,
Okay, yeah, I wipe it off.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
sand as best I can.
but yeah.
Thanks.
No problem. And it did get on her foot?
Just a little bit on her boot.
I mean,
She's all right.
okay, I'll rub some of it off.
Okay.
I'm there.
And you toss the rag away?
Yeah.
I hold his hand and walk right by his side.
Okay.
I'd like to keep my eye on the scene around them to make sure that they're okay.
Roll a perception check.
18 plus 5.
Okay. As they're walking, they're just, it seems so quiet, even though it's so chaotic in this landscape. And it's almost serene as you're watching these two innocent friends holding hands, walking amongst the ruins. And then out of the corner of your eye, you see just a little skitter. And it kind of darts around and hides behind one of the other ruined war machines.
Send a message to Viari. Skittering 3 o'clock. Up, forward 3 o'clock, like that way.
Oh, stage 3 o'clock. Do I see anything?
Roll a perception check.
97.
Plausible.
A 9 and a 7, 16.
You see something move. It looks like a rat. I don't know if that's the same skittering, but it's in that direction.
And at this point, I'm like, hey, look, a rat.
Whoa! We have a friend.
It seems to kind of dart away. It's not paying you any mind.
Just
But I don't run after it. I'm
For the record, we're
They're more afraid of us than we are of
15.
them.
yeah.
15 feet, 20 feet behind.
Yeah, you're still. If you guys,
We're still moving. I'll
You're
move
still
down.
moving?
Yeah, artillery protection.
Okay, so yeah, they're probably 50 feet or so ahead of you
Okay,
at this
great.
point. Probably a third of the way there.
Also,
I don't know if that checks out to the map.
30,
I said earlier.
30 feet. We let them get 30 feet away, and then we'll, you know what I mean?
And then you follow?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you guys go ahead and start following through. Go ahead and
One
make,
round.
I definitely prestidigitation some, all of my jewels so I'm not blinked like a giant disco ball.
okay.
That's shade.
Something I've never done in D&D.
Dirtified?
deglammed.
Deglam, hide the
There's
jewels.
glamour, and then there's the opposite. Yeah.
Are you guys all following? Mm-hmm. Cautiously, I'm assuming. Roll,
I will, like, this is not my normal, like, oh, something's gonna, like, trap me here, but I will kind of be scanning. Like, I don't want to fall into a sand pit or a fucking maw of something or spike pit or any, just an eye out.
Okay, you rolled pretty high earlier, so that will pretty much cover you.
Okay.
But yeah, you see these black oozing pools. Some of them are a little bit more hidden and concealed than you would necessarily think. Some of them have been kind of overgrown by like rock and moss and debris that once you get up close to them, you're like, oh, snuck up on me. As you move along, go
Is
ahead.
it all sand here? Or like scrub and rock and
Scrub and rock mainly.
I pick up some rocks, I hand some to her, and and I'm also trying to find a song that we both know the words to so we can sing it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Feeling Groovy.
Ooh, I know
Okay.
that one.
Yeah, there we go. And I give you some rocks, and we're just throwing them, like to see where the ground is soft. Yes.
Feeling groovy.
Na, 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 na.
You see a few, it works very well. You see a few go bloop, and you know to avoid that. Do you let these guys know where the hidden pools are?
I'm assuming they're following us,
They're
and they're
following.
smart. They're
Okay.
grown adults.
Let me get some basic, simple acrobatics checks across the board from those who haven't rolled acrobatics checks yet. Just to make sure no one does something horribly clumsy. 22.
Good.
9.
9, you're good. It's a really simple saving throw because they're helping. And you're good too.
13.
You're okay. You're all great. You get your dress sometimes will catch on something and kind of lift it up.
I place myself next to Blanya. Every time I'm not even looking, but every time she kind of trips, I'm like, it's okay, gotcha. Stabilizing the little the halfling stabilizer.
Are you just touching her butt?
No!
Yes.
Yes. She said yes.
Okay.
No, I'm aiming for the hip, but you know.
Marisa, as you follow behind, once again, this time to your left, just out of the corner of your eye, you see a little shadow kind of flash by.
So what I would like to do is look around, and I'm starting to feel a little mildly suspect, and I say, "This land is suspicious, we proceed with caution, there's danger at every turn. But with this small ditty, I ask all the traps to reveal exactly where they are." And I cast to find traps to see if there's anything that might be dangerous.
You see, if you get a few blips in kind of your magic meditation. Little spheres kind of sunken into some of this muck that you're assuming you want to avoid.
Balls! They are not balls. They might be bombs, but I think we should probably proceed with caution around these things because I'm getting weird vibes. So let's avoid those at all costs.
And specifically where you see them, there's two kind of catty-cornered, almost framing the war machine that you all are heading towards. Almost as if someone was planning on coming back or guarding here, so they placed these deliberately.
Is there one like a little off away from the war machine that's still relatively close?
Of the
balls?
The balls? They're both almost like equidistant. Now at this point with you traveling pretty far, you're probably 15 feet away from the one.
I'm like, we could try to hit one of those with a rock.
Yeah. You guys hear that, right?
I thought it was crazy.
Don't you dare.
You gaslight her.
We could hit one of these with a rock. I would rather know what this is and be ready for it than have it go off accidentally. Thoughts?
Love it.
Right?
It's a good idea.
Okay.
But you know what?
Yeah.
If you want to, we can go like 60 feet back, and I can send this special little hand I've got, and you can take it 30 feet forward and throw it from there.
I like.
We got
your
lots
plan.
of range.
I like your plan.
Sweet. So I do this. I put my hand in my pocket, and when I pull this hand out, another hand comes out after it. And, and then I give that hand a little rock, and it just sort of, floats forward about 30 feet, and it's about 30 feet from one of those balls, and it goes. Whew. And do I hit it?
Roll like a simple dexterity check for the hand.
Yeah, for my
For your
hand.
mage hand.
Yeah. Okay.
That was awful handy.
Yeah.
Didn't roll great. That'll be a 14.
Nothing.
Did it hit the round thing?
You don't think so?
I missed.
No.
I missed. I'm sorry. Let's try again.
Get in there, kid.
Is this going on? I'm gonna cast Teen.
I take a running start and I just try to bean it.
Okay, to another dexterity range throw situation.
Just dexterity bonus?
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
Can I get close
Debris.
enough that it burns off my eyebrows
You
off?
get a little blast back and some mud kind of splatters on your face just a little bit. Once again, you quickly wipe it off. You're not sure what this is.
Okay.
In fact, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Now that I think about it.
Uh-oh.
5. I want that music to play every time I say everything.
You get this splattering of this black ichor and this kind of constellation pattern on the side of your neck. It's not a lot. A little bit on the edge of your ear as you tried to shield yourself. Those areas slowly and suddenly start to swell. And your ear starts to swell. And it keeps swelling. And it keeps swelling, and it's growing. And then it stops. You have a few more almost tumoring-looking swells. Exactly.
I tell you, as soon as I start feeling it, it's like, because nobody can see yet, right?
No.
And I'm like, it feels different, and it's happening.
It's like your ear's just growing in size
And then
unnaturally.
I turn around, Rosie, and I take I full dash towards Rosie, and I do my cunning action extra move towards Rosie. The fastest I've ever moved toward Rosie. Rosie, it's on my beautiful face.
Oh my
Roll
God!
an athletics check. Roll an athletics check as you jog
Oh no!
in panic.
Oh my God!
It's not good.
Get ready for the sound.
Oh my God.
Where are you going?
In your panic,
In my calculated
in your
panic.
calculated. Oh my God. What is happening? This is poetry. I love it so much. You're holding your ear and you're a little disoriented and your equilibrium is off because you have this
My
swelling.
ear is the size of a loaf of bread
Ear is now the size of a loaf of bread. And as you're running towards Rosie, in your panic, you don't see this jagged piece of iron piping jettisoned out of the ground, and it just, your foot catches it, and you go tumbling forward, and you face plant, as you're holding this side of your head, you face plant into another puddle of this black ichor right in your other side, kind of skid across a little bit.
Can't believe I took off my fucking hood. It was just
Suddenly.
hot, and I was tired of wearing it on stage.
Same thing. This ear starts to go. It's getting bigger.
I'll race to. I mean, we'll
getting
race
bigger.
down. I'll race to him.
Yeah, I'm on my way down to him as well.
And I'll even, if I can go faster, I'll grab Rosie and pick her up and
Nice.
make way.
We're
Is that
all
creepy?
gonna get in the stuff.
Well, that's. I mean,
Just
I don't know him,
gotta
but
get
I
him
seem
out.
to care.
I mean, no,
Is there? I mean, is it like if there's a protection from energy option? I mean, can I do an Arcana check to see if there's like a? It's not. Is it acid?
do an Arcana check, yeah.
All right.
I've got water skin, which is full of wine.
8.
Ariza, don't
And I'm
you?
just gonna like.
Do
So
a
I
ward
got-
on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'm mostly drinking it, but I'm drinking it real fast, so it's just all over.
It quickly starts to slough all off of you.
Hold on, my skin or my face?
Just so it's, your skin is fine,
Oh.
and it's
Your
pull-
face
you
falls
get it
off.
pouring off of your ears, which is good.
Okay.
22.
22.
Yeah.
It's not acidic. This is almost organic. What this is demon ichor. It is the bile refuse of rotting hundreds of thousands of rotting demon corpses that have liquefied and congealed over time.
Who wrote that?
Almost, like the dinosaurs, how they left behind pockets of oil that we now exploit. Kind of like that, but it's just thousands of this black ooze. And when you come in direct contact with it, it's kind of a toss-up as to what's going to happen. You start to feel your ears, Viari. They stop for a minute. Both of them just this kind of enlarge in size. You can hear great. Sound like surround sound, 5.1. Okay, maybe this isn't so bad. You just have really big ears. Then they go again. They point and jettison out and then open like wings.
All right. It's getting cool now.
There, you reach up and you feel them, and it's a scaly, leathery hide.
Oh gosh.
Your ears now are wings, and you have a flying speed of 5 feet.
I immediately dumped my whole head in.
Are you serious?
No, good, no.
Well done. Well done. Is that an achievement?
The end totally win.
I'm gonna make my way over to Twiggy. Where's Twiggy?
I was where, before he ran, I
Yeah?
was just about to start carefully making my way towards him, but I see you come towards me instead.
Yes, I'm gonna make sure that you're okay.
Oh yeah, I'm great.
Okay.
He looks cool.
You're all now kind of still scattered in various pockets, all kind of within, 30 to 40 feet away from the war machine that you guys have been making your way towards.
In all that, I cast, before this whole thing happened, I cast See Invisible.
Good.
As that.
Job. Do you have to
That's
roll
happening.
for that? Is that a thing you're
No,
rolling for?
I
Okay.
don't think so.
It's fine.
Can I use floating disc as like a skateboard?
Yeah. I wouldn't see why not.
I would like to do that. Ariza, hop on.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to daintily scooch our way towards it so we're not touching the ground.
It works like a charm. You just kind of ever so often doesn't need a lot of momentum as this magical hovering disc, and you seamlessly float over to the war machine. What Gark sees as you float over and you land, and in the chair, hiding directly behind Vlanya, is this imp. He's invisible, at least he thinks he is, and he's just watching. He only has one wing. You can see that from a distance, and he's wearing what looks to almost be like a makeshift helmet. It's all rusted and just looks like it was bent and kind of craned onto his head.
Okay. Is there anything? I don't see anything. I just see one imp.
Just one imp.
How big is small, right? Tiny, okay. Mm-hmm. And he's watching us?
He's just watching.
Okay. I'll pass that along to everyone. There's an imp behind. I'll explain where the imp is.
What?
There's. As we approach, so we're. You can't hear me?
Does he have ears or just
Are
wings?
the ears gone?
Actually, no, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Do I have ears still? Or
You know,
are they?
it doesn't specify. It just says
No ears.
Your,
No ears.
no ears, no ears, no ears. I mean, it just says your ears become wings. So theoretically, maybe not.
I say what? I say what? And then go, and then my face falls. And I'm like, am I making noise?
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Thumbs
can.
up.
Are you fucking with me?
No, I'm not fucking with you.
You're right. It's like something grew over top of your ear canal. So all you can hear is just like a vibration. So you can tell that you're making sounds and a little bit of muffled humming. But it appears your ears are now wings.
I do have to, I dig around my stuff and I bring out a mirror just to see how I look. Do I look, is it cool?
You look kind of cool. It's kind of got this like serpentine feel where you've got like this kind of spiky wings kind of going back like fins, but on your head.
Yeah.
Do I look cool? Does this look cool? Don't you, I don't trust you. You've saw me before, right? Would you? It's okay.
Okay. So I hug him. Are we at the war machine? Are we right there?
Yeah, you are now slowly kind of gathering around the war machine. You all avoided, you still have one kind of shrapnel grenade off to the corner, but you're all fairly aware of where it is.
Okay. I'll say Thaumaturgy, my cantrip. Imp, what is your name? Present yourself.
I heard that.
This is how he solves every problem.
Yells at it.
Thaumaturgy. No, I didn't.
Roll a persuasion check.
Ooh. 18.
No, you can't see me. How you know I hear?
I can see you. Present yourself, imp. Come.
He drops his invisibility, and you see this beat-up looking imp. He has pieces kind of missing out of his ears. He only has one wing. He's holding like a metal shank, basically, that he crafted just from the scrap metal that he has around. And it looks almost like he's wearing like a hamburger sign, like those hanging, but out of rusted sheet metal that's eaten away with holes. Like he's trying really hard to make some sort of armor.
How far away is he?
He is right next to you
He's right-
all. He
great.
was in there.
I go, oh no. When I reach in my pocket, I take out chocolate, and I try to give him some chocolate.
What is this?
It's good, it's sweet.
It looks like ichor.
No. And I take a little bite. See, good. And I give it to him.
No one give things to Rusty. Rusty always has to steal things.
Well, don't tell anyone. I steal things too sometimes, but you can make it better by giving someone something back.
Kind of sniffs at your hand. Just licks it.
Twiggy, I can tell you're the type to adopt. Rosie is saying this. I really don't think this is a kind of pet that you want to keep for forever.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Twiggy.
I like you, Twiggy.
I like you too. What's your name?
I'm Rusty.
Rusty.
Yeah.
I like that name. It's like my name.
Yeah, it ends with a Y. How old are you?
Me? Oh, nobody knows.
I don't know how old I am either, so it's like we're twinsies.
And he has this very juvenile demeanor to him, very adolescent seeming, but he's an imp, you're not sure.
Hey, Rusty, you want to hear a joke?
I love jokes.
Hey, how do you make a lemon laugh?
What's a lemon?
That's even better than my answer.
I know jokes. I won.
You won.
I won at the joke.
Okay.
Hey, is this your machine?
You started this.
I know I should have just attacked.
I was prepared for that.
Well, it's kind of my machine. I live here amongst all of the rebel and the war machines, and I sometimes scrap for things, and sometimes I kill people and steal what they have.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind
Steal
of
people.
buried the lead on this one, Rusty.
Oh, what? Should I not tell people that?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe start with that.
Oh.
No,
Don't
don't start with that. You did great, Rusty.
You missed the murder part?
Rusty, is there anyone else around that we should know about?
I come here so I can be alone. I stay far away from the floating city and the blood war. I don't want to get wrapped up in that blood war.
Oh no.
So, since Arielle, she scares me. And she'll take people as slaves for her army, and I don't remember much beyond that. But I live here, so I'm alone.
Not anymore.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like being alone too. How do we get out of here, Rusty?
Where?
I got snacks.
Oh, what'd you get?
I got like a crusty, real stale piece of bread. Who knows how long it's been in there?
You know, try to poison Rusty.
No, not intentionally. We have to get out of here. We don't know how we got here, and this is a beautiful home you have.
Thanks.
But I don't think any of us want to make it our home. I mean, I don't want to speak for any of you, but yeah.
I'm happy wherever, man.
Right, you can have Twiggy.
You stay with me? Yeah.
I kind of a cloven hoof.
It's okay.
Sorry, my claws. Well, I don't know much about getting out of here, but I know how to get out of here. Does that make sense?
No.
A door?
Oh, well,
I'll take it.
what I would say is you ride on one of these things. Do you have one of these things?
It looks like we do now.
You take this one?
No, only if you're okay with that.
But, but also if you're not.
Hey,
Even if
Rusty,
you're not.
can we trade you for one?
Yeah.
Not
That's
You
a
know what I got,
good
Rusty?
idea.
What you got?
I see what you're wearing there.
What am I wearing?
Not much. And as somebody who occasionally really enjoys no pants in it, you know what's also great?
How are you hearing any of this?
I can read lips.
Since effing when?
I wrote it on my character sheet.
2 seconds ago.
So what I
Still
have
counts.
here is a stylish robe, because your whole business is showing. And I gotta say, but you can also kind of keep that secret too. Plus, when the wind is blowing and all the dust, trust me, one of these, huh?
Are you nude now?
No, this is a spare.
Okay, just checking.
You know how many times I lose my pants a day, right?
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Is that real magic robe?
It can make your body, parts of your body, invisible to people looking at you, even when you're visible.
Rusty can already go invisible.
Yeah. This is specialized invisibility, mostly for your down below bits.
It's like double invisibility.
Roll a deception.
Deception, K. Could I
Don't.
negotiate for
Do not,
persuasion instead?
Marisha. This is a very slippery slope.
I feel like it is deceiving the magical powers of the robe. So
That is a fair case. Okay. 7. Deception is +2.
So 9.
9.
I'll take it, but I want more.
I bought the Hellfire Axe that we found with Twiggy. I give you this Hellfire Axe. Can we take your war machine? We'll even give you a ride if you want.
Yeah.
You give Rusty a ride.
Sure.
You teach me jokes.
I'll teach you more jokes.
Can I beat at those jokes too?
Yes.
Do we have a deal?
Deal.
All right.
But
Uh-oh.
Rusty have no way to power a war machine right now. We have to find way.
How do we do that?
Well,
and he climbs into the hood or into the helm of this thing. And now that you're close to it, you're getting more of an intense look at what this thing is. It's basically the most heavy metal dune buggy you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
It's got these rusted sheets of infernal iron that are encasing these jutting spikes and these blades that almost look like they were welded on at random. You don't want to even get too close to this thing because you could easily slice your leg open. 2 giant exhaust pipes shoot out the back of it. There are 4 seats in the cabin, including the driver's seat. And there's also these 2 platforms that have been bolted to the outside of the car that have these poles kind of anchored near them with chains wrapped around it. And in between those 2 platforms is a hose-looking device attached to some sort of tank. And you are not sure. So Rusty jumps in and he goes,
okay. So, when I've watched people drive these, they take these,
he's just like holding this kind of, they're more like handlebars than a wheel that look like someone just took a pipe and just kind of bolted it on just so you have some sort of control like a chopper.
you get up and you do this, and then there's like a pedal, and you hit it. And my legs are too short, so I can't really do it. But you get the demonstration, and you do this, and then to start it, you put a coin into this slot thing, and then you turn this lever, and it goes vroom, and it goes ah.
That was amazing. Bravo. Where do we get this coin?
Those coins, those are in high demand. Sometimes Rusty steals coins from passerbyers.
Do you have any coins?
We got coins. Give him some coins.
I'll trade you some of my coins for some of your coins.
What kind of coins?
I got all sorts of coins. And I pull out 3 different purses. One of them's yours. I'm like,
Got me again.
I go, black coins, shiny silver coins, copper coins.
Do any of those coins whisper to you? Do they scream when you grip them tight? Do they feel like pain and suffering if you have them in your pocket?
You got a wild life.
No.
Those are not right coins.
Okay, cool.
These coins are big, and they have screaming souls of the dead encased inside of them.
Oh, cool. Wouldn't you like some coins that you could put somewhere and they wouldn't keep you awake at night?
Those coins are not value to me. I cannot spend your currency.
This tub at the back or whatever, does it look full or empty? Like, can I tell anything about it?
You look, and it looks about half empty, and it has this green, viscous liquid on
Not
the
the same
inside.
stuff from
Not
before.
the same stuff from before. This is definitely green.
Okay. So Rusty,
Yeah.
you don't have any of these screaming coins, do you?
No, unfortunately not.
You said you take them from passersby.
I do. Sometimes, maybe you can even find them in pockets of the dead or hidden amongst these other machines.
Well, there you go.
Kill anybody lately?
No, not for like a week. Just makes me sad. It's been very boring until I saw you all. Don't worry, I won't kill you though.
I'm gonna give you the axe as soon as we get on our way.
Give the what?
I'm not gonna. I still have the axe. But we're just gonna hold the axe for a while
That's
until we're in motion.
understandable, to be totally honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll start searching.
Seriously,
Yeah,
though,
can
you
I
put
think-
on the pants, though. I would appreciate it.
Okay.
I'll scan to see if
puts
we
them on.
see any bodies or anything we could possibly.
I think you, never mind.
What was that? Keep it.
What? Do I look good?
Oh, you look fantastic. Don't kill me.
It's a little oversized. He kind of trips on the robe a little bit as it
Matchies.
drags.
You want to do?
You
Yeah, I
wanted
just
to
want to like
scan-
scan if there's anything.
You want to scan?
Yeah. Like bodies or anything that,
Do a general perception check.
I'm not great at it, but I'm gonna try it. No.
This battleground looks like it's been here for potentially centuries. Any type of remnants of life, it's hard to see right now.
I sneeze, and I assume this is how I find out I can fly. There's like 5 into the air, and I'm like, oh, hey. And then I'm gonna see how high up I can go, and I want to get a bird's eye view of this area.
Okay, you try it again using that diaphragm momentum that you had when you sneeze.
Yeah.
Roll a dexterity check. Just a general dex check.
General dex check. 17.
Okay. You are very quickly learning the limits of this flying speed that you have. You hover up and you do almost like a big kind of floating jump as you start quickly losing any type of control or momentum and kind of catch yourself
So this
without
is like
hitting
a
it.
Dumbo situation.
It's a Dumbo situation. Yeah.
It doesn't look in any way cool, does it?
Ask your teammates.
No, not even a little.
But you can fly.
Guys, is it cool? I can't hear you, so I'm gonna assume it's cool.
Sure, why not?
I know it's
You all
not
see
cool.
Viari in the distance, kind of like, he's almost like top-heavy looking as he kind of leads with his head.
He's not anywhere near the river Styx, is he?
No,
Okay.
no. You guys have kind of moved away from that. And you can, if you get up on a higher vantage, you can see the River Styx in the background, but you've kind of moved through this valley away from it a little bit.
Are there any bones or poles around?
Bones or poles?
Anything longer than this?
Yes, there is a lot of poles and debris and city ruins around.
Cool. I pick one up and I'm using it as like a row for my. I do not want to touch the ground at all.
I love it.
And I just want to go from one machine to another, just kind of with another pole, and I'm kind of, I have a mage hand. And I would like to mage hand things out of the way in a very like, I don't want to really touch anything.
Roll an investigation check.
Dirty 20.
Woohoo! You're kind of surfing around, kind of like those paddle boarders you see, kind of paddle boarding, and you see war machines of all shapes and sizes. Some that look like they were only two-wheelers meant for one person. Some that are a lot more of these dune buggy type looking machines like you all are working on. And then you see one not far, kind of in the middle of some rubble, that's like a bus. It is gigantic, and it's got chains and saws and cranes hanging off of it. As you go over, you go on the inside. Do one more investigation roll for me.
A 10.
Okay, it's easy enough. You look down, and in the middle, you see what appears to be a simple lockbox. It's about this big. It looks forgotten.
Ariza.
What's up?
I found something fabulous.
What is it?
It's a lockbox and also a bus machine.
What's in the lockbox? Oh, it's locked, isn't it?
Yes. Would you mind finding one of these folks that can unlock it, please?
I didn't know how to pick a lock.
Into my whole life.
I do.
The little one knows how to pick a lock.
Okay, come on over.
Twiggy,
Yeah.
do you want to go on an adventure?
You know I do.
You should come with me for a minute.
Great. Can I ride the floating disc?
Can I use your disc to go pick her up?
I'll be right there. Go. And they're like,
Twiggy
How
like
fun.
Titanics off the front. I would float over.
The wind is kind of whipping through your hair. You don't mind that it's so hot, it's almost scalding. It's just you're living your best life right now.
All right, so yes, we come to the machine.
You make your way over to the bus machine, and you can see the back end of it is almost completely submerged. You see this front kind of bulkhead door entrance to the front angle. You guys all kind of climb inside, and there it's dusty, it's a little rusted, tiny, but you see the simple lockbox.
I have my fingerless gloves that I pull on like this and snap, and I go, okay. And I crack my fingers, and I go into my pouch. I have a lot of different little purses and pouches, and I take out this ream of like different little lock picks and things, and I'm gonna go down and try and see if that'll work.
Okay, go for it. Roll lockpicking.
She's weird, but she is useful.
I know.
That is also a dirty 20.
Hey!
Give it a 15.
Huzzah!
It's an old lock, one that you haven't, and different than the ones that you see in the main realm. Instead of like a tumbler system, it's almost like a series of gears interlaid on top of each other. But you manage to find these holes in each one, and you just slowly thread in one of your tools, your lock-picking tools, and then click.
Yeah. My tongue sticks out side of my mouth a little bit while I'm figuring
And
out.
chewing on it, get that nervous energy.
Yeah.
You open it up. Here's some old pieces of paper that have the writing has long faded off of it. You see what looks almost like a femur bone, or not femur, finger bone. That would be ridiculous. That who knows why it's in there, and kind of wedged in the bottom of the box, almost stuck in the corner, you see a large, round, almost 4 inches in diameter coin that has just a faint shimmer to it as you pick it up and a reflection of the light hits it.
I picked it up. I'm okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So pick it up. Roll a will save.
Okay. Well, wisdom. Sorry,
No
wisdom.
worries.
40, yeah. 19.
You reach down and you almost question if you want to pick it up, and you shake it off a little bit. You're brave, you're Twiggy, and you grab it.
Okay.
And this cold, tingling sensation trickles up your arm, and it almost says, following your ear, help me. You hear whispering what could be 100 different souls.
Ooh, like multiple voices. Okay, cool.
Say, it's okay. I talk to things too. Help me. I will. I'll help you. Do you want to hear a joke?
You just hear. I'm gonna pick up the finger bone.
Okay.
And put that in my pocket.
Okay.
For later.
Now the owner of the finger bone.
And you said some papers?
Yeah, just scraps.
Anything written on them or?
Nah.
No, just scraps.
It's all molded
We're just
and
saving some paper.
crispy. Yeah.
I'm gonna put those in my pouch
Okay.
too.
Maybe at one point in time they had
Okay.
some war commands, initiatives, something on them, but no more.
Cool.
So I'll turn back to him and say, okay, I think this is what we're looking for.
Yes.
But I'm a little nervous that if we use it, we might be damning some souls.
Oh, it's fine. Everything will be just fine as long as we get out of here.
Okay.
You all hoverboard back.
Hey, guys.
I bite it.
No.
It's real. It's real.
So damning you care about, but biting is cool.
Biting can be very cool.
You all paddleboard your way back. What do you want to, you got the coin? Got the coin?
What do you want to do?
You're all
guys?
together.
Well, I don't sit on it. I stay on my little ride, and I hold on really tight.
To the war machine?
Yeah.
So you kind of go over to one of those platforms that were there that had that pole, and you anchor yourself to that. And as you're holding it, you're like, this feels like what this was here for.
Oh.
Okay, and you're starting to figure it out. You're like, got it. And you are now stationed on the outside of the dune buggy.
As this disc comes back with the three of you on it, Rosie has been sitting and teaching Rusty the dirtiest jokes that she knows. And she's like, have you heard the one about the egg and the hard-boiled water? And then the hard-boiling water, and then she sees you guys coming, she's like, oh, I'll save that one for later.
What? No, I need more. Okay.
Help us, and I'll tell you the punchline. But it looks like, is this?
Yes,
Twiggy.
yeah, that's the soul coin. You found one. I knew you could do it. Where'd you find it? I'm surprised I hadn't found it first, to be honest.
I have tricksy little tools that help me get into places. I know, it's not fair.
It was that lockbox on the bus, wasn't it?
You got it. First time.
All right. Well, insert coin.
And he presents the coin slot.
Actually, Viari kind of tries to flutter down and just duffs it.
You're trying to like
Sephiroth in.
into the seat. Yeah.
You know? Trying to like.
Yeah. Going for something super smooth.
But I'm thinking it's not that.
Yeah, you're still having a hard time gauging your distance.
And my head is still way too heavy.
Yes.
So I try to come in, and instead it starts, and then I flip over backwards, and it's my head right in the dirt.
Without looking, Rosie goes, "That one was really good."
I can't hear you. And I pop up, and then I lean up against something like right next to you, and I'm like, no,
sorry.
you. I'm like, and I do like the quiet whisper that if people have not very good hearing, that they whisper way too loud. And I'm like, so I've noticed, long, flowing, beautiful, very stylish robes. By the way, also, I saw you do a little bit of magic. Are you in good with anybody divine? And if so, do you have some sort of magic exorcism thing you could do for my head?
Well,
It was kind of interesting at first, and it doesn't seem to be going away on its own.
quick question. Would this count as poison, the situation with his head?
It's not poison, but you do roll a medicine check.
Don't fail me. Oh, shut your mouth.
Yes, Queen.
Okay, so that is a 19 plus 5. You know, man.
24. Yeah. It's not necessarily a poison, but you can sense that it is, in fact, a malediction of the self, and that with some sort of restorative magic, it could probably be handled.
So I'm going to place my hands on the side of his ears and say, I'll stop the swelling in your face with lesser restoration. And I cast lesser restoration on his ears.
Viari, suddenly, like an ear infection that has suddenly cleared up, you hear an opening in your ears. The swelling on the side of your face has gone down a little bit, and the wings have slowly started to diminish. It's not enough to heal you completely, but you can hear again, and you're a little less woozy and top-heavy. And over time, with a few more of these, you'll probably be all right.
So describe to me exactly how he looks right now.
So before at least I had full wings, now I've got some ear and big wilty droop wings?
Yes, kind of like sad elephant ears that just,
So what you're saying is my whole comportment right now screams flaccid.
Okay, so
You
first
said
of
it,
all,
not me, Pat.
it's thank you.
I'm just getting it clear with her before I turn to you. But you do this, and I'm like, I can hear you. You have an amazing voice, by the way. I suppose everyone tells you that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I owe you a big one.
You owe me 3 favors exactly.
I am at your beck and call.
Oh, I will remember this.
Brings out a calling card.
At this point, I bite it again so it screams and goes, "Hi, guys! Should we be going somewhere?"
Okay.
Gotta stop biting that thing.
Is it obvious where the soul coin goes?
It's definitely like a soul coin size slot that's got a little.
Let's give it a wing.
Does anybody know how to drive this
Rusty
thing?
does.
He gave us a very robust tutorial.
I can't touch the pedals. My legs are too short.
I am generally good at most things, so I would like to try and drive it.
Yeah? Well, it's all yours.
I'd like to be hanging on to something really high up where it's dangerous and I can look awesome. Because it does happen sometimes. Those of you who haven't known me very long.
Do you want to take the other post that's
totally
flanking
other post, yeah.
Blanya?
I'm gonna sit right next to Arissa while she drives.
Okay.
Is no one looking at me at this moment?
I'm
am.
watching.
Can I look around and kind of like, And I want to bite it just to see what happens.
I just want to know how it feels.
All right.
As you hold it in your hands and you can feel your canine clamping down on the metal, and it's like this shooting, vibrating pain that vibrates through your skull, and inside it feels like hundreds of screams just deafening you all at once. And
That wasn't
sure
worth
enough,
it.
you're not sure if it's in your head or if everyone can hear it. Just utter horror.
Yup, like picking at a scab. Gotta do it.
So lesson learned.
Well, now I want to bite it.
Well, now I have to use it to drive. So when we stop, maybe.
When they're all doing that, like they're all like, yeah, let's put the soul coin in the demon box. Can I make a knowledge check? Like, have I heard a story about this? I am like traveling musician.
Yeah.
Like, like, are we going to damn a bunch of people to eternal suffering?
Do what would this be? Like, the knowledge, right?
Religion
wait.
or arcana?
History?
Let's do history.
Of course.
I can see his character sheet.
9.
You feel like you've heard rumors of this type of a practice of anchoring souls into inanimate objects, rumors of it being used as currency. You're not sure, though, if these people are already damned or if there's anything that can be done to potentially save them. But you know it's not good.
It's not good to use the souls of others for your own means.
That sounds legit.
Okay.
Well, you know.
I mean, we can walk. That's what I say. Stick it in.
Yeah.
Let's get this baby going.
I second that emotion.
Yeah.
I mean, we've bitten it like 3 times. Nobody's getting out of there, so let's go.
I shoot message to Blonge and just say, what did we get ourselves into? And then I stick the coin into the coin slot. And wait, does it go in like a video game or does it go like a key?
It goes in like a video game. You feel it, push it in, and the icing cold metal leaves your fingertips. You can hear ting, 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 as steam, heat, and this rumbling baritone begins to vibrate your chair underneath of you. It rocks your entire body, and you instinctively grip onto the handles in order not to be shaken out of this thing. You turn around and you see black and greenish smoke starts emanating from the back of the smokestacks. And the vibrating, loud rumbling of the machine is the prominent sound, but underneath it's almost this dual tone, a high-pitched whistle, screams, endless cycling screams. Cool.
They're not our
Could you
screens.
put my ears back the other way? No, thank you. It was great. Thanks.
Going for it.
I'm going for it.
You hit the gas. Here is your tormentor that you are now driving.
Nice. Nice.
So more or less, while you were driving, you can take an action to steer. You can take an action to get it up to full speed. Once it's at full speed, it will stay at full speed unless you want to take an action to stop it and halt it. If you decide you want to crank it in, lock down the clutch, get it at full speed, and you don't want to steer, it will continue to go straight until you make another action.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with helm and I'm gonna drive. And Also, am I doing really, really great at this?
I would like to bardic inspire her.
Ooh!
Ariza, you got this. Drive on. Let's get the hell out of here. Come on, girl.
You start to cruise, Ariza, and you think, man, these machines would be awesome if they played music all the time while you're riding in them. And you just feel inspired as you feel the wind whipping through your hair. Just do a straight roll, because I don't think, are you proficient?
It's a natural one! Which, I mean, come on. I love you!
As you're just feeling the amped energy from behind you and the rush and the adrenaline of driving this thing,
Look, Ma, no hands.
you you realize that in order to steer this thing, it's not as nimble as you were immediately assuming, and it takes a little bit of foresight to steer this thing.
Yeah.
And you see a pillar ruin directly in front of you, and you're just ever so slightly late. Ugh. And you kind of clip it on the side.
He's
You
dropping
take.
me.
Let's just make it easy.
Ooh.
Who was on the right-hand side holding on?
The wind blowing in my ears.
Viari, make an athletics check to see if you can continue to hold on as she clips the side of the vehicle that you're on.
Acrobatics check, did I hear you say? I'm just curious because
unless-
my ears are so weird now.
If you want to do something acrobatic to avoid it, instead
yeah.
of just mad grip, if you want to do something.
Oh no, if it's coming at me, all I need is one hand on this. I'll swing the rest of my body way out over wherever.
Okay, you see it coming as you are kind of you're on the back of the video, so you see that, ooh, she's not gonna clear this pole, and you kind of kick off and try and swing yourself around, roll an acrobatics check.
Okay. That is 21.
Yeah, no problem. You swing off, you kind of do like an awesome, almost graceful pole dancing type of maneuver.
Can I swing all the way around and get
Yeah.
one hand on her pole and just sort of come around and be like, hey, and then back to my pole?
Blanya, he's good. that was good. Let me get the stats. You start, now that you're getting your bearings a little bit on how to maneuver this thing.
I'd like to help look out for those balls.
Okay, perfect. You're playing
And
lookout.
I'll watch the
playing
back.
lookout.
I'll make sure nothing's coming up behind us.
Okay,
So I'll
copy.
position myself.
You all start to kind of get out of this quagmire of ruins, and you see.
Is
Which
Rusty
direction
with
are you
us?
steering, by the
Is
way?
Rusty with us?
Rusty is with you. He's in the back seat, kind of hunkered down.
He's like, yeah, field trip.
Which direction are you guys heading? Pretty much the only thing that you have. You see endless salt flats as you get out of this quagmire. It looks like fields of glass, but it's just white, sandy salt. You're not sure if it's reflective or if that's just the heat coming up from the ground.
I'm gonna climb out of the cabin of this thing up on top where my nut usually hangs out. And I want to look around to see if I can see any landmarks at all, if there's any advantage to be gained from that.
You see in the background, you see the river Styx that you are now getting further and further away from. You can almost not see it on the horizon anymore. You see what Gark saw when he first opened. You see the most eye-catching thing is this dark sphere, almost like a black hole, hovering in the distance with this city that looks like it's barely hanging on this floating island of land that's being chained to the ground. And underneath of that, you see some other commotion, and now that you're a little bit closer to it, what looks like some sort of war machine that you're on, but flying? What?
Oh, that was the sort of the dragon.
The dragony
that we saw?
looking
Okay,
thing.
all right.
Now that you have a little bit more context, you're pretty sure. But it's far. It is a drive.
Okay. I lean my head back down and address Rusty and say, should we go, in order to get out, should we go toward the city or not toward it?
Well, I don't really know how to get out. I just know that that's where all the people are, and the powerful people, and other doorways, and other dimensions, and that black hole. It sometimes poops out things.
Well, we all do.
Yeah. I'm not sure what. Just sometimes you just see rocks and other land just burning and falling and flying out of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if there are other dimensions, that seems like
The good
Way
way
up.
to go.
step
Yeah.
up. So,
There
yeah.
are other dimensions.
You just said that, Rusty.
Well, I didn't know what I was looking at.
Okay, so I will then point to you and say, to point out that city, probably that big glowing sphere that we can all see. I'll say head straight for it. I think that's our best bet.
And I use dash on the tormentor to go ahead and speed forward and get us there quicker.
Beautiful. Let me make a note. You take off, all of you, just gripping as hard as you can. Zarisa slams on the gas. A billowing, almost mushroom cloud shoots out of the back of the exhaust pipes, and you're all pushed into the back of your seat as you just rip down this salt flat. Ahead of you, you see this passing cloud. Is it just sand? Is it fog? As you're getting closer and closer, it is thick. And you cannot see through the other side.
Are we in it?
You are, I'd say, 30 seconds from plowing right through it.
Does it look
Like a dust
Yeah.
cloud coming up from something that's moving?
You can't see its origin. It's so huge. It just is moving.
Does it look like it's coming
west.
at us? Is it like is a trajectory?
It looks like it's moving east to west. So you can kind of see from where you were heading off, it looked like clear skies until this thing started creeping.
Stop! I'll scream out, stop!
Oh,
Use the action to stop. Yes! Well
they
done.
did the thing! Skrrr! You kind of bottom out the back of it a little bit, and you stop, and you see the edge of this cloud that you seem to have avoided. A little clip of sand starts hitting you all. Do you have goggles, Viari? Viari, the rest of you close your eyes and kind of cover your ears for a second to avoid being pelted and just filled in the face with sand and dust. Viari, you are the only one who can actually see through this at the moment. And the wind is so thick, the white noise starts drowning out all other senses. You can't see, you can't hear. Arisa, start to get a little bit of a panic. You feel alone. Vanya, you try to reach out for Viari, but it's so thick and dark, you don't even know if he's there anymore. Cold,
Do I see them doing this?
you do.
I'll start to sing,
Okay.
because I got pipes. If I can make it through a full tavern with a bunch of drunks, I can sing over this storm.
As the panic is starting to rise in all of you of feeling utterly trapped and stuck in this white haze, piercing through the white noise, you start to hear Viari.
I default to the song we're singing. It's like, slow down, you're moving too fast. Gotta make the moment last. Just skipping down the cobblestones, looking for fun and feeling groovy.
And that's it for copyright.
It works. You're all calm. You know this is real. It's not an illusion. You're not losing your mind. And you start to feel the winds die a little bit. You open your eyes. You're all a little bit more dust covered, a little bit more windswept than before, but you're okay.
Woo, nice work, Viari.
Rosie, as you're kind of giving Viari this little attaboy, you see coming straight for you another column of smoke. And then a second.
Uh-oh.
Here we
And
go.
as it's approaching, you start to see shapes. More war machines.
Uh-oh. I think,
Headed straight for you.
okay,
it.
I hit the cabin, like the hood of it. I'm like, let's gun it, baby. We gotta get out of here.
Hold on to your nuts, bee stinger.
I do.
They're encroaching.
Yeah, how far? Can we see who's driving them?
You can see them. So as they get closer and closer, you start to get the car in gear. It takes a little bit to really start getting this up to speed. They are closing the distance fast. It seems they are dashing towards you. And you see one vehicle that looks very similar to the one that you're in, and then another that looks, for lack of a better term, like a motorcycle heading directly towards you.
Can I attack?
Sure.
I want to use the acidic bile sprayer that's attached to the tormentor.
All
I wanna
right.
Spray them with bile.
So,
Are we gonna start to? Okay.
So, as they're coming towards you, this actually needs an operator from the back, which would be
I'm on it.
Viari or okay.
I was in the back. I mean,
You're in the back?
Yeah.
Okay. So you turn around, you pull the lever that looks like it's attached to this piping, headed to the back. There are these two handles attached to like a gimbal
Okay.
on the back of this piped hose. Viari or Lana, if you want to, if someone wants to control the hose.
Pull the lever,
A little bit.
I'm actually ready for like people to either come on board or I'm going to leap onto somebody else's. So I'm like, if you want this, you got it, and I'm keeping an eye out.
I have one arm on the pole on my little floating disc.
Okay.
I'm like,
You pull the lever, Gark.
Yeah.
And you can feel like a jettison
Okay.
as
Is it so-
acidic bile starts
Oh,
spraying
that's disgusting.
out of the back.
So they're coming at us this way. I'm on the gun in the back. Am I shooting over our entire vehicle to them?
You are.
Okay.
It kind of arcs over.
Like
You
a
see
fire
the-
hose? Like a.
Like straight up like a fire hose.
Oh, good,
But
okay.
it's shooting acid.
Okay, great.
They're probably within 60 feet of you.
And am I?
at this point-
How far does it reach?
I don't know how far.
A 30-foot cone.
30-foot
A
cone.
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 It's a cone.
It's getting close. Yeah, cone, like an
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So as they come forward,
I feel like we should turn it
so
around.
you try to time it. You're not exactly sure
Yeah. No idea.
of when this is. And as they get closer, they quickly kind of bulk their car and try and slide and start to circle you all. I would say roll dexterity to see if you can hit them. Dexterity attack.
Okay. As they're coming, I'm gonna cast Major Illusion.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna cast a huge wall, like a big, like an infernal wall, like to rise up and protect, like our flank and our sides. So I'll cast it will be like a thing around us from the back. Does that make sense?
It
So they
does.
can still come from the front, but I just don't want them to think that they can come around the back.
Is that like a wisdom saving throw?
It's a major image, and it's it's 20-foot cube. And what's the DC? Somebody call it out.
It's
if
your
somebody knows.
DC, your spell save.
It's my spell. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a DC save of 14. I wish it was way higher.
Okay. DC save 14.
Yeah.
The driver in the dune buggy does save from it. He's a little bit better at maneuvering this. As he drives around you, you start to get a closer look at this. It's very similar, almost identical to the corpse that you found in
Okay.
the boat. This appears to be a barbed devil. The guy on the motorcycle does not make his save from the acid. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay.
All right, it's 49 d8.
49.
No, taking 40, roll
Or
like
98.
or
Or
98 of damage.
You want to just do the 40 or you want to do all 98? I'll do 98. Let's do 98.
Let's do 98.
Way more exciting.
Are
There's
they
a
within 60 feet?
You get a D8.
They are
You
now
get a
within 30 feet
D8.
of you. Yes, and they're so the one in the doom buggy, because you all are still stationary as you set up this maneuver to try and hit it with the acid sprayer. So the one in the doom buggy juked the buggy around and is now riding and starting to circle you.
And I look him dead in the eyes with a big old note.
21.
And I would like to hold person.
7.
Ooh, to the driver.
Yeah.
Okay, what saving throw is that?
That's a wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
All right, roll 3 more.
He rolled a natural 19.
That's okay. I'm then, as he drives around, I'm gonna lean out and I'm gonna say to him, I'm gonna shout at him. I've got a little tart and a feather, and I start to go like this, and I go, how do you give 11 an orgasm? And I say, you tickle its citrus, and then
What'd she say?
you tickle its citrus.
What'd she say? You tickle what?
You tickle its citrus.
Oh my goodness.
And then I cast hideous laughter.
/ orgasm.
I rolled a natural 20. I'm so sorry. He rolled really well twice.
But does he laugh a little bit? Like a little time?
He goes, as he's talking to the passenger next to him, which is also another Barb's devil.
It was 46
Not yet, not
damage.
yet.
How much?
But I will.
46.
46 damage. So
That was exciting.
the bearded devil that is riding this motorcycle is not encased in any type of a helm, and he was behind the doom buggy. He didn't really have the initiative to save from avoiding this spray, and he just gets pelted with the full force of this, and he is jettisoned off of his bike. He's pretty much, you know what? He's dead. Because he is dead.
Barb devil.
Marisha, how far away from us is the dune buggy now?
So the doom buggy has now done a full loop and is coming around your right side.
Okay.
He actually, as he loops around and they're still trying to circle you, he doesn't realize that his friend has been taken out, and they kind of thunk thunk over top of the bike.
Okay.
One of the barbed devils that is in the passenger side gets up and he's going to try and hurl flame at you, Twiggy, the one who tried to throw.
I threw a tart at him and made a joke.
He's like, I don't like tarts. 20 to hit.
Yeah.
You take 4, 5,
What's he shooting at me?
3. He's hurling flame. So you take 8 damage, 8 fire damage, and you are now, anything you have on you that is flammable is now on fire.
Cool.
The other one is kind of looping around, and it looks like they're trying to set up for a maneuver.
Are they within 60 feet?
They're within 30 feet.
Okay, great. So from atop this war machine, I look at Viari, and I tap, and I point, and I, just before I launch myself onto this vehicle, I cast darkness centered on that barb devil, you said it was? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so that'll be a 15-foot sphere of total darkness, and it will move with that object, so they won't be able to see a dang thing in there.
Are you jumping there?
Yeah, and then that is my movement action. I'm just gonna fly toward it.
You're gonna fly towards it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you see this cloud formulate around it, and you see it kind of start to waver back and forth as it feels like they're trying to maneuver out of it. They do have dark vision, but I think with this spell, isn't it? You think of it's
A
magical.
creature with dark vision cannot see through this darkness.
So yeah, they are super confused, and you just It's hard to tell because you can't see through it either.
Nope.
Correct? So all you see is just this whirling dervish of black smoke.
All right,
as
and
it's
I'm
out of control.
I'm also launching myself into it. So
All right, what are you doing?
I'm trying to. I know more than they do. I know why they're confused, and I also remember the layout of this vehicle.
Yeah.
But I also have my friend and business compatriot on his way over to also be confused with me.
Amazing. So as you start flying off into this darkness, the rest of you are a little panicked and confused to see Rosie just peace out as you are all left on this buggy.
It is kind of Ninja Scroll, where it's like, you go, tap, tap, I'm like, yep. And then,
Yes.
like, I do leap the full 30 feet directly at this complete mass of blackness.
And right behind Rosie, you just see VRA, and he's gone. And the rest of you aren't sure what to do for a second as you hear behind you a similar rumbling, a similar hum. And you all peek over your right shoulder at the sand dune behind you to just see this lithe elven figure on this metal as fuck motorcycle jumping over the sand dune. The tires are spinning in air as they've got these blades on them to help paddle through the sand. He turns and flips the bike in air and lands it and goes straight into the darkness. As you all get there, you see you're attached onto the buggy. And then suddenly, you all see this figure, this elven figure, clank down into his clutch, throw a bar across his handlebars, and poof, teleports off of the bike. You all see, as this elven man, poof, teleports to the doom buggy behind you.
Do we see because it's dark?
You see because you feel it in your heart
Okay.
at this moment.
I was lifting really hard with my heart.
So fast. And you just feel this Fey-like energy and aura around you, and his very presence starts to part the darkness. And you see this dark-haired, twisted face elf with this unnatural, uncanny smile across his face. And he's behind you in the dune buggy. Takes out a blade, stabs the passenger Barb's devil.
I was gonna do that.
You still have the driver.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So this guy's taking out the devil. So he's a
taking out
good
the
guy,
de-
not a bad guy.
He appears to be taking out the devils.
The enemy of my enemy.
Here's my friend.
And then as quickly as you saw him appear and stab this man, or this devil, he teleports away from you all. And seamlessly, he is back on his bike, which was just moving perfectly around in a circle around your dune buggy. And he's back, removes the bar, and is back to being a badass.
I messaged Rosie, are you alive?
I think so.
Okay, just checking.
In general, I'm not sure right now, but I do know that there's one. It's the darkness has reinstantiated itself.
Yes.
Okay. So I know that one of these barbed devils is dead,
And you have one, you still feel him as you're behind him and he's in the driver's seat.
Okay.
You're kind of clutching his shoulder.
All right,
As he's confused by this blackness.
So I have my hand on him, and I'm going to use one of my unarmed strikes to try to punch him in the back of the neck and stun him so that my cool friend can get a cool combo move.
I love it. Roll for an attack.
I will. I'm going to do it. That's a 19.
Nice.
Yes,
And
that hits.
It's going to be 6 points of damage, and he needs to do a con save of, I think, 14.
He failed.
All right, so I have, like,
6.
grabbed him by the shoulder, palm to the back of the neck, paralyzed, and then wherever, I don't know where Viari is, I assume he's nearby. I'm like, he's all yours, babe.
Okay.
You feel under the palm of your hand what almost feels like a snap in his neck. And he gets a little bit loose, but still feel him hanging on. The car starts to swerve as he's losing all mobility.
I will just make an attack. Now, it is dark.
There we go.
I'm just saying, I'm going to play by the rules. I think I should be at disadvantage.
Sure.
Oh.
However, he's stunned, so does that cancel out?
Yeah, we'll do a straight roll. This is the hero martini.
Okay.
Oh no!
12.
You miss, but
I have 2-weapon attack.
okay.
Hey.
One more time. You try and stab, and you hit air.
29.
This time, like butter, you just feel, and Rosie, you still kind of have your hand on the back of his neck, and then you just feel this protrusion through his skin as Viari's blade just goes right through his spinal column and nearly decapitates him.
Nice. How many points of damage do I take?
You,
Fuck me up, Marisha.
you take 5 slashing damage on your palm as he kind of clips your hand a little bit.
I lick the blood. But
a
no one
little
can
bitter.
see me.
A little hot.
Now we know why you do the darkness in here. You're just dirty.
The devil goes limp, and as his left hand kind of falls, he pulls on the handlebars, and the dune buggy skids out of control and comes at a stop. You all are just holding on for dear life.
And I drop as soon as this dune buggy comes to a halt. Like we feel it, kind of the friction against the sand as it skids. I drop the darkness and strike a very cool pose.
What
all see.
happened?
As this is happening, the elfin man gets off of his bike and starts walking over to the dune buggy. He pushes you all aside, looks down in between the floorboards.
Well, he pushes me?
He pushes you.
Oh, I push him back.
Yeah.
Not a lot happens. He punches through the rusted floorboard of the dune buggy, rummages around, pulls open a bag of her satchel, looks inside. Rosie, you're still kind of up on the car. You can peek in and you see it's just filled with soul coins.
Those aren't yours. Oh, I'm not there.
He grabs them, looks at the two of you.
I grab him.
Walks away.
Yes.
No, I grab him. Grab him.
Dang it.
Nothing. You can't find purchase.
Where's his bike?
It's not far away.
I tear ass after it.
You
I
try
can't-
and
I-
grab onto the bike. You fall through the bike.
I have see invisibility going still.
No one's invisible.
Dang it.
He walks up to you, and he kind of cricks his neck,
Where is he?
clutches.
To me?
He walks up to you, Gark.
Oh, goodness gracious. What? I cast. I cast Witch Bolt at 3rd level.
Okay.
Screw him. Crit.
This could be bad. This could be really bad.
All right.
It goes right through him, huh?
What happens? What's he do? Or what does that do?
3d12.
3d12.
And then it's crit, so it's what? I mean, that's
Double
Double
the
damage.
damage.
Paper.
3,
Double the dice.
12, 15, and 9, it's 24. And then 3,
You can double it.
24 doubled.
Yeah.
So then
48.
48.
Take it.
Squeeze.
And then I run.
A witch bolt strikes across his face, and it tears the flesh from his cheek, exposing the twisted teeth under that devilish smile. Well, Gark, you certainly didn't disappoint, did you?
How do you know my name?
He kind of wipes the blood. Yeah, you got a good soul in there, don't you? You weak-willed realm walkers rely so heavily on your camaraderie. So insecure in your abilities as individuals, and so fearful of being alone that you grandiorize the tenets of teamwork and worship martyrdom in the name of an ally. Deriving strength from friendship. Now that is the ultimate illusion designed to siphon your individual supremacy. And he snaps. And you look around, and all of your comrades, gone.
What about Rusty? So it's just me and him.
Just you and him currently. And a Twiggy, who is also hiding still in the dune buggy, crouched down. You know, thank you for your assistance in helping me take out Kovik's gang. I was running low on soul coins, and I needed bait to help draw them out. I knew you'd feel more encouraged if you felt like you had friends. You know, there's part of me that admires that quality, even envies it. You know, if I didn't know that I was ignorant and juvenile. You have a strong soul, Gark. In fact, you'd be a great boon towards my debt towards Mammoth. And he just reaches out and with supernatural inhuman strength. Grabs you by the throat.
No!
Where your neck almost snaps at the impact. And your feet dangling, dragging across the dunes is the last conscious thought you have. And Twiggy, you see helpless as Gark is dragged off into the dust storm. Gone.
Kind of, while he was monologuing, I snuck up behind him. May I try?
Sure.
Okay.
Can't promise it's gonna end well.
It might not. No, it didn't.
He knows you're there and he just kicks you.
Okay, yeah. So then I fall to the ground, and as I see him talking to Gark like that, you can see like little like my cheeks get really bright red and little tears start to form in my eyes, and I grip my teeth and I get up and I try to sort of grab at his legs and bite at his heels as he's saying this, and he's grabbing my friend.
He looks down. Twiggy, your soul needs more priming still, but it'll get there. And he backhands you, doing 4 damage. So you tumble into the
That, and I'll say right before I lose consciousness, that is the glory of friendship.
Yeah.
So it is. And that is where we will end this session.
Good work, guys. Let's steal that back. Nice soul coin.
One more game. Stay here.
I think it's Perkins, right?
Yeah.